Today on ATN Offroad, we're checking out the Midland Communications. This is their MTX275 and it is their 15-watt GMRS radio. And I'm kind of excited to check this out. They said, hey, would you like to check one of our products out for review? And I said, sure, why not? I'd love to show you guys. Because trail communications, you guys know, off-road, you've got to have some form of communications, whether it be the little walkie-talkies, to something maybe more powerful like this 15 watt, and they have a 50 watter out there. So if you're out in the west somewhere and you need just some distance, definitely they've got you covered. And we've got all kinds of antennas and all stuff. But I actually bought this. I bought this while I was out at Overland Expo West a couple months ago, and I want to pair it with this radio. So let's unbox this thing. Let's get into it and see what all you get and what all the fuss is about GMRS. All right, so let's open this thing up here and have some fun here. Let's see what we got going on here. For one, Midland they do great radios, man. And in the interview I did with the gentleman, I was like, you know what? I like looking at your website just because I love all the farm equipment. I love seeing how farmers use this stuff. And the days of CB are gone. Like, CB's dead. I don't even know if truckers use it. Maybe they do. But that's just a dead technology anymore. And let's see what we got. So we got a nice little booklet here you can see, and it tells us all about the radio operation, stuff like that. In the box we've got here is the actual radio of it. And a lot of times you can see here, this is just a solid unit, no numbers or anything on this. Of course, you've got your their power and spot for your antenna, little cooling area right there. And this is made to be, you can hide this, is what's kind of appealing to me. And I know our friends over at Mountains to Metal for the Bronco community, it makes a bracket that you can hide this under your dash. So I'm going to be looking to those guys to do something like that. But nice layout on this thing. I like the branding. I don't need branding everywhere, but they did a good job here. Of course, it looks like you can pop this out. Yeah, it slides out of the little bracket right here. See there, here's your bracket. Of course, I like that it's just slides. So, if, you know, a lot of times in Jeeps, 4Runners, whatever, maybe you don't have the doors on your vehicle and you're worried about your communications devices disappearing. Well, it's kind of nice. You think about this. I can slide this out. Nice, quick, fast plug in there. Look at that. Really nice. See it over here. Really nice plug in on that. And so if you want to disassemble this real quick, you've got your bracket sitting there. So that's kind of nice. I like it quite a bit. Couple holes. Looks like you've got some different ways you could definitely mount this. In the past, I've mounted some molly panels on the transmission mounts there, and on the side of the vehicle there where the transmission bell housing is, and that's usually worked for me. But I think with this particular one, I'm going to hide it under the dash, and for no particular thing against the radio, just kind of, I think I want it hidden, and so when I don't have to worry about when the doors are off the Bronco that I have to worry about it disappearing. Now, one of the appeal to me, and this is a big one, I like that the speaker and everything is mounted right to the radio. You can see it there and here. I'll show you a little bit closer. You can see radio, speaker. Of course, we got the little sticker there. We'll pull off in just a second. But all your menus, everything is just right here. Looks like we got weather on this one. Is that right? Let me look at the box. Let's see here. So it does say, let's see, we're going to get 15 channels, 8 repeater channels. We're going to get fast USB-C charging. We're going to get speaker, mic, jack, and flexible mounting options. And let's see, does it say something about radio channels? Yeah, it's got WX, so those are the radio channels. You can see it right here. I'll show you the back of the box here. So you've got, you know, your backlit screen. You've got your menus, your call, your lock, your volume, your scan, monitor, weather, and your speaker jack and all that. So which is really nice. And one thing about this, there's some good weight to this. And I've dealt with some of these radios where you're just like, it feels like a toy. This feels like it's a professional piece of equipment, which I actually like quite a bit. Some good weight to it. Thick cable. Look at this thick boy cable on this thing. That is actually really nice. And I feel like it's better than what it was on the last generation, because I had like a 115 from Midland that I've used for years and years. And it didn't have the awesome screen on it, so it was just the normal kind of radio walkie-talkie area there. But yeah, definitely some, look at that. You can see the cables to that. That looks really nice, man. Really thick. I feel like it's going to take a good beating. Of course, we will throw this in the Bronco, and we're going to take the Bronco out on some trails that we're definitely going to use this here in a couple weeks. So I'm pretty excited by this. What else we got in the box here? So we've got, as the person said that I interviewed in Arizona about Midland Radios, they said, hey, out of the box, this thing's ready to fire up. And as you can see, you get a nice little antenna here. Look at that little guy, man. He's compensating, I think. Little doing there action, but obviously it's pretty thin as far as the cable itself, but it looks like it's going to be pretty long. So if you wanted to mount this, now we have a removable roof on our Bronco, so I don't think this is necessarily going to work out. It may work. I may try it in this configuration on the first trail because it is magnetic, so we can stick it. It's got this nice little piece of you can see here. You can see double-sided tape on that. Nice little metal clip. So if you got something you want to mount, bam, that is pretty cool. Holy cow! Get that thing off there. But you can see, once again, I'll do it in the close-up here. You can see it's got the 3M tape on it, and watch what happens. Bam! Yeah, so you've got a nice, if you needed to, because a lot of vehicles are getting aluminum panels now, so maybe you just need that place that it would actually hook up to like that. So that's pretty nice, but let's see what else we got going on in this box. Something that was appealing to me, and my last radio of this had it, was if you wanted to use the AUX. So we've got the AUX plug here, which I generally did. I hadn't hardwired a radio into my truck in a long time. I think this one is going to be hardwired into the truck, but once again, you've got your fast connectors here. So definitely looks pretty easy. You got a square and you got like a circle, so even an idiot like me could get it to go in the hole there, and yeah. So that's pretty nice, and it saves you say, hey man, I need to. I don't want the hardwired into everything. I don't want to have to deal with that. And some people just don't have the skill set. And I'm barely one of those that can wire things up. I usually call my buddy Mark here that's on the channel, and it's like, hey man, electrical, I need your help. But yeah, this is even a silly guy like me, a redneck like me, could plug that in and have power right away. So that's pretty cool. Now we do get this little Mac mic jack stand there, so you can see there, you plug it right in. Here, I'll put it in the close-up. See right here? So it's once again 3-sided tape. My problem with this is once again, this radio's got some substance, and nice little mount. I like that they include that, but the problem is a lot of time on those hot days, this adhesive just doesn't hold to where it's supposed to, and then you end up finding your radio in the floorboard. So maybe I see some screws here. It probably holds all this together. I'm sure you could find a way to do this. What I've done in the past is they make replacements for these backs where you can put a magnet on the back of this thing, and I've put magnets on the face of the dash of the Bronco, and it just squeezes on there and does pretty good. I think this one though, I've got different plans on how I'm going to mount it, but it is nice that they include this in this thing here, in this little kit. So, and I'll bring the price up in just a second so we can talk about that. But what else is left in the box here? We're going to get a nice little sticker. Stickers mean power, and we got to have all the power. And we're going to get some replacement fuses and a couple screws there, so you can see the screws and the replacement there. So yeah, not too bad. It's nice to include that. Honest to God, I'm gonna lose this in a heartbeat. If it doesn't get in the glove box right away, I've lost it somehow. But this fuse is definitely, see right here, nice quick way to, if you need to replace the fuse, they've got the nice quick way to get in there and replace it. And it's nice too that you can see if it was burnt. This is clear. Here, bring this up close up. So you can see if this was clear, that you can see if the fuse burnt. So that's kind of nice. So you don't have to unsnap all this and then you're frustrated like, why is my radio not working? And then you find out, oh, this came, actually they pulled the AUX out of the port, because that's what I would do. I'm that dumb. Anyway, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, so I've got plans for this thing. I definitely want to check this thing out. I've been impressed with their product before, and I've bought their product. They did send this over for review and for me to check out, and they said, hey, do you want a sample of our product? And I was like, sure. And I talked to the person I talked to in Arizona. We talked about, hey, what do I need here in Middle Tennessee for communications? Because, I see the big 50 watters. This one, once again, is the 15 watter. It is the MTX275. Once again, and do I need it? I was just being, guys, we're dumb. We think more power means better, right? And he actually corrected me. He said, not always. He goes, the more power is great at times, but it all matters right here with what antenna you use. And this is, if I remember right, this is a 6 dB antenna. It's kind of got a little bit of whip action. I wanted something that I could put in the back of, off the tailgate, and it was going to stick out long enough over the roof of the Bronco, and if I needed to take the roof off, I still got my antenna on there. But you can see right there, the antenna, which I did purchase once again. I forget, it was 60, 70 bucks, something like that. It didn't seem too bad. I do like that it's got the heavy duty spring on it. You can see right there. It's got the, looks like it's ready to take a little abuse, man. Like it could shake around, and I don't know what, I don't know what you do with this exactly. But it looks like if I want to, right out of the box, I'm good to go. Once again, the radio is super nice, and I cannot wait to get this in my Bronco and see how it works. In the comments below, I'm curious where you're at if you made it this far. What is your favorite communication devices? Because there was other brands when I was a kid. There was a Snake brand out there that was all the rage, and you know, I know they do stuff as well. And but I've been drawn to Midland for the past probably 5 to 8 years, especially since the GMRS radios really started coming out. I remember my last vehicle having CB. I thought it was really cool, but the best part about GMRS is, and I said this in my interview with the guy, I said it's like having CB and ham all in one. And you get crystal clear sound and nice, you know, you don't get the distance of ham, but you do get some distance with these. And remember, by the way, by law, there is I think it's a 10-year for $60. It covers your family for using this, because this is on an FM frequency, if I remember right. So there is a fee to use it, though I don't know anybody that's ever been busted for not paying that fee. Though I will buy the fee and use it properly. So in the comments below, what is your favorite communication devices for the trails? Or do you just like the walkie-talkies? You're like, hey Dave, that works good enough for me, and it always has and it always will, and guess what, I can recharge them. But I'm kind of into, I want to be gone for a few days at a time, and I don't have to worry about my batteries went dead. So that's why the hardwiring this into the vehicle, I think it's going to be super appealing. So whether it be 2-wheel drive, no. All Terrain Nation Off-Road, baby. This is only 4-wheel drive vehicles, and we're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.